Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Norm's Friends. David B. here, the readings guy, 603 404 9338. And no guests today, so I'll swing it for the whole hour. If you want to join in, not for about 15 minutes or so, 603 640 3091. Join in. Get involved. All right. So, as usual, you can reach me at biffid, biffid at yahoo.com. Reading, psychic readings, tarot, crystal ball, you name it. Mediumship. Give me a call. We'll give it a go. I'm usually pretty lucky with that stuff. But who knows? You never know. So, of course, I have my famous quote coming up, my fun fact. Oh, before I forget, next week, my guest, State Rep Christine Perez. She's my state rep from Londonderry. She'll be joining us, which I think is going to be interesting. We can find out about all the wheeling and dealing that's going on up in Concord. I'm not from New York. I don't know how that came out. Concord. Anyway, so I'm looking forward for her being here. I hope everyone out there is enjoying the weather. It's absolutely beautiful out today, finally. So, all right, let's get going first. Let's start with the famous quote. Okay, here we go. A friend is someone who knows all about you and still loves you. I mean, think about it, right? I mean, you know, if there's fair weather friends, they're around, and once they, you know, they know all about you, well, they're not really your friend anymore. They don't like this, they don't like that. You're too aggressive, you're too rough around the edges for them, you're too wussy, you're too emotional. You know how they are, right? But you know, some people think they're perfect, so we're not. So once again, a friend is someone who knows all about you and still loves you. Imagine that. I have a bunch of them, at least I think. Anyway, and that is by, I don't have a clue who he is, Albert with an E, Hubbard. All right, so also, again, seeing as the weather was so wonderful today, the fun facts today is going to be about lakes. Although I looked at a whole bunch of fun facts, I didn't see anything about specific lakes in New Hampshire, so I just picked some facts out that I thought were kind of cool and interesting and would be nice to hear. So here we go. Fun fact number one. The first Europeans to discover the Great Lakes named them the Sweetwater Seas. They believed that China bordered their far shores. Little did they know that before you know it, China's going to be owning their shores. All right. Fun fact number two. Although it is Michigan's largest inland lake, Houghton Lake has an average depth of fewer than 9 feet. That'd be pretty cool. That's probably be a good place to go to learn how to swim. All right. Fun fact number three. Lake Baikal, Baikal, in Siberia contains around 20% of the world's surface fresh water. Get this, and has a depth of 5,000 feet at its deepest points. It also contains, get this too, amazing, it also contains more fresh water than all of the North American Great Lakes combined. That must be quite the lake. It's almost as big as the ocean. All right, fun fact number four. The South Pole's Don Juan Lake. I always relate Don Juan to either Mexico or Puerto Rico, but I never related to the South Pole. The South Pole's Don Juan Lake is so salty that it doesn't freeze, even during Antarctica's winters. Wow. You could probably float in it with no effort. Fun fact number 5. At an average depth of nearly 2,000 feet, Oregon's Crater Lake is the deepest lake totally within the borders of the continental United States. Fun fact number 6. The name is very appropriate. The water in New England, the water in New Zealand's Frying Pan Lake, there's a hint, stays between temperatures of 113 to 131 degrees Fahrenheit year round. I wouldn't mind going in 113 at when it's like 4 degrees out. I don't think that'd burn you. Well, it's hot, but they should harness that and heat homes with it. Renewable, right? All right, and finally, 7 fun facts today. Utah's Great Salt Lake covers more area than Delaware and Rhode Island combined, and it is the largest saltwater lake in the Western Hemisphere. Imagine. So there are some interesting things to ponder. I don't think I really knew any of them, but now I know 7 things about lakes that I didn't know before today. So, also I'd like to mention before I forget, mark it down on your calendar, Saturday, May 20, from noontime to 4 p.m., the Manchester Elks, Granite, and 2nd Street. We're having Norm's, me, Laura, and Sonia are presenting on behalf of Norm's Friends, fundraiser for the Manchester Animal Shelter. So come on down, have some fun. We're taking donations also of food and whatever. If you want to bring blankets, toys for dogs and cats, help knock yourself out, bring them down. We'll be there. Excuse me. I'm thirsty today. Again, I don't know why. I think it might be the roast beef. So, and again, as you know, next Wednesday, I'm having the guest, the state rep, of course. Then next Thursday, off I go to Eastern Europe. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sort of getting excited. I've been going, in my head, I've been going through, do I have this? Do I have that? What do I have to take? And, I'm kind of hemming and hawing about what should I put in my carry-on. 'Cause, I want to at least put what, in case my luggage gets lost. It's never been lost before, knock on wood. I hope it doesn't get lost this time. But, what do you put in a carry-on just in case? A change, right? Underwear, toothbrush, toothpaste. I'm not really sure, but I'm looking forward to that. And I don't know if did I say? I think I might have told you that about the guy around the corner that time I was downtown with the needle. I was going to the NCAA, and the guy over here on Amherst Street, at the corner of Amherst and Elm, sitting there, and it was, Saturday morning, and he's sitting there, and he's just got the needle sticking out of his neck. I go, that was so pleasant. There you have it, and again, you want to talk anything you want to talk about. You want to fill us in on what's going on, because I don't have a clue, because I don't watch the news, because we know what it's like. It's all, if you're not anti-American, if you don't hate America, what can I tell you? you know, they want to throw you in jail. You know, you're on the hit list, and watch, once this really gets going, and you know, once this really gets going, you're going to see people like me. They're going to make me disappear. And did you see how many churches are vandalized? They got one, a transgender, mind you. She's spray painting on churches, F Catholics. She broke glass doors on the church. A priest that went out to confront her, I'm telling you, she spray paints his face. And what does she get? No jail time, poor thing. This country it's going to hell in a handbasket. Never mind going there. It's there. It's beyond repair. People don't care. They sit back. They don't want to get involved. It's sickening. And it's just like you got these really elite, you know, and I love it. They're pushing all this stuff to sort of oppress you and sort of stampede your freedoms and liberties, and still nobody, well, what can you do? You know, again, then that's why they're where they're at. They don't care 2 cents about you. You check all these politicians, how many, I bet you 95% of them have stakes in this ESG crap, right? They probably have all these lithium battery companies, and they probably got stocks in the charging stations, but they do everything back asswards. You know, you got to buy an electric car. So I guess I'm going to be taking the bus. Who's got $80,000 or more for an electric car? Not me. Plus, where do you charge it? I don't think there's one charging station in Londonderry. I haven't seen one, yes, anywhere. So, and you know, not that I've been around, but I've been around. So, there you have it with that. What else do I know? You know, I read some news in the morning, but it's just so disheartening. And I'm surprised. This is the longest I haven't been in Facebook jail since I can remember, although I did get a warning the other day because I was on, it's Amplify New Hampshire. I don't even think it's really Amplify New Hampshire. I just think it's communist / socialist website from God knows where, that all they want to do is incite hatred and keep the division going between people. They don't want you to see eye to eye, and it's all they keep going. Oh. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Good morning.
Good morning. Someone's just waking up. Uh-oh, how are you today?
I just had a cat nap.
I take one every day. I have since I was in junior high school. What's happening?
Oh, nothing much. A nice sunny day, a little breezy.
Well, I know. It was, but
whatnot.
I know. I would like it better with less of a breeze. I don't mind a little breeze, but you know, when you gotta like hold your jacket on you and, you know, lean so you don't get blown backwards, I could go for a little less breeze. So what's been happening? What's been happening?
Okay, last week
Yes.
you mentioned a restaurant up on Route 1 in Saugus, I guess it was, or Revere.
A what? I mentioned what?
A restaurant called
Yeah.
The Ship.
Right, yeah, that's right. The Ship, yeah.
How about a Sailor Tom's?
How about what?
Sailor Tom's.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
That was the name of the restaurant.
If you drove by Route 1, I don't know, it might have been, but if you drove on Route 1, all you saw out there was The Ship. I'm pretty sure.
No, I think it was Sailor Tom's was the name of the restaurant.
Really? Wow. And I had eaten in there. I remember I was young. I barely remember. That's how long ago it was. But I remember
Yeah, you were
eating.
probably about 5 years old.
Right, if that, I know. But yeah, I remember going there, and then, well, even not right before it got demolished, it was the, oh God, wait a minute, the Mount Vernon bought it for a while, but I know the brother that, I guess it was three brothers running the Mount Vernon, 4 restaurants, and the only one left is Somerville, because the brother that was running the one at the ship was stealing all the money. So that's what I heard. That's what the brother in Somerville supposedly said to a friend of mine. A friend of mine's good friends with him, so that's the lowdown I got in that. A mansion. So no more ship.
You got a quick reading today?
Sure. Today I have the star cards, not Starman, but just star cards. So let's do another 2-card reading today and see what we have for today. You know, the phone's staticky today. Why is it, I wonder?
I don't know.
Wow, look at this. I love this right away. We have the 4 of Pentacles, all right?
Right.
So whatever you're striving for and whatever your sort of work you think you might have to do, as you can see, the 4 of Pentacles, they're making a complete sort of encasement around it. And you can see the swan down the lower middle and the sun up top. So I'm going to say, you know, the work that you've already done, even if it's just mentally a process of thinking it through, it's nice and solid. You're ready to sort of make that leap, start that new endeavor in no time at all. It's going to be nice and smooth for you. It's going to be a positive encounter, and it's going to be nice and bright and smooth. And of course, here we go. Look at this. Once you start going through the, shall we say, doorway or turn the page, to start that endeavor or to, you know, accomplish that little step or 2 more that you need to go. Once you get there, look at this. What's the next card? Is the Knight of Wands. So there you go. Once you take that first little step, the rest of it is going to be a piece of pie for you. Once you get going, boom, you know, you're going to tell yourself, wow, this is a lot easier and faster than I thought, and it's really sort of, you're going to just feel really, really, really good about it. So there you have it. So whatever it is, I'm thinking it's sort of just, I'm getting the sense that something's bothering you a little, you know, you got to work something out up here, so, but you're just about there. So, do not take heart.
Okay.
So what are you going to do with the summer weather now for the next couple of days, by the way, Miss Whoopi?
I'll wait till Saturday when it turns 80 degrees.
Is it going to be 80 on Saturday? I thought it was going to be only in the 50s on Saturday.
Nah, that's in the morning.
I thought it was going to be in the 50s. Oh no, Friday's going to be hot, and then it's going to go into the 50s in the afternoon. But are you going to go to the beach?
All next week it's going to be in the mid-60s.
Get out, is it?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm leaving Thursday. So
Where you going?
Lithuania.
What are you going to Lithuania for?
Well, because I'm half Lithuanian and I've never been there and I don't know a whole lot about the country, so I figure now's a good time as any before, you know, if they don't let you leave the country anymore. I figure let me get going while the going's good. Right. Yeah.
I was going to stop over in Italy too?
No, my mother was Italian. No, but, you know, it's like, look at all the stuff you know about Italy. I know tons of stuff about Italy. I've never been there. So, but, I mean, what do you know about Lithuania? Not a whole lot. I mean, you know, I know where it is and stuff. And so, you know, for the past, I don't know, 6 weeks or more, I've been, you know, doing YouTube videos and stuff, so.
Okay.
So there you have
All
it.
right, enjoy your trip and everything. We'll call you next month when you come back.
No, I'll be here next week. Is my last. I'm going Thursday, so I'll be here next Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Well, so you don't get to brush me off that quick. You're gonna have to. You gotta deal with me one more Wednesday. All right. Hey, thanks for calling.
You taking the cat with you?
No, I would if I could though, 'cause you know he like when I'm home, he follows me everywhere. He is. What can I tell you? He's my buddy. He's my buddy.
My buddy's right here with me too.
How old is yours? How old is he?
The dog will be 8 years old July 1st.
Wow. What kind of dog? A small one?
Yeah,
Not. What's his name?
it's Knippy.
Knippy?
Yeah,
Well, that's different.
he's a dachshund.
Oh, a hot dog.
Yeah,
Nice. So he can't really get up on the furniture unless you lift him.
oh, he can jump there, get on a couch and chair, but not on the bed.
Oh,
Too high.
poor thing. Poor thing. But that could be a good thing. You never know. All right. So I'm going to let you go. Enjoy the weather. And hopefully I'll talk to you next week before I go on my jaunt.
Okay, Dave.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks for calling.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
So, now I forgot where I was, but I'm trying to think of all the weird, you know, how they have, what is it? I was just reading it out here in the green room. Oh, another call. Look at this. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Good afternoon, Dave. How you going?
Good. Mary, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm getting over COVID.
You got out. Where'd you get that?
Right from the station. There's no other place but the station.
Cut it
When
out.
I leave there, I go home. I don't go anywhere else. I haven't been anywhere to get it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, but who do you think had it? Glenn?
I
Uh-oh.
have no idea. No idea.
Wow.
So anyways, yeah,
Oh.
but when you were talking about, Route 1 down in Saugus,
Yeah.
they used to, remember the restaurant down there that was called the Hilltop?
The steakhouse. Yeah, that used to be the most
Yeah,
popular
they had
restaurant.
all different rooms, the Bonanza, they had them all named down there.
That's right. Hey, by the way, no one in here had COVID. But anyway, you know, that used to be the most popular restaurant in the country. Imagine at one time.
We used to go down to that one.
Wow. We used to hit.
Yeah.
Mary, here's a quick story about that place, the Hilltop. Well, I graduated high school, I don't care, in 1972, right? So
Yeah.
we went up to the Hilltop. I went up with my buddy Jay, right? We go to the Hilltop. So, and we had to wait to get in, but, you know, you could wait at the bar. So we went to the bar. We were only 18. So we get up there, and naturally he asks us for IDs, and we didn't have one, right? So we couldn't get a drink, but get this would never happen today. So people at the bar are talking to us, you know, people and stuff,
Yeah.
telling us about, you know, poor, you know, it's too bad you can't get a drink. Well, all we have, I remember we were telling them, we just graduated high school today, right? The bartender heard us and came over and said, "What would you like?" I always remember that. I thought that was kind of cool. But
Yeah.
imagine someone doing that today, off to jail.
Yeah. No, oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So
I remember down on Route 1, they had so many restaurants down there on Route 1 in Saugus.
they did the Kowloon. Did you ever go there? The Kowloon,
Yeah.
the big Polynesian. What people call it Chinese, but isn't it really Polynesian? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You know
Yeah.
that, and then they had what's the other landmark? It's gone now too. Remember the miniature golf with the dinosaur? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
and and I'm pretty sure it's still there. Remember the Prince Spaghetti House with the Leaning Tower of Pizza out front? Do you remember that?
Yes, oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, we used to go down. We used to, almost every weekend we went into Massachusetts.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, yeah. We had a family that lived down there, so from where they were, in Boston,
Yeah.
we just take a 20-minute ride and we were down, into Revere and down in that way.
Right, yeah. Mary, did you remember Revere Beach when it had all the amusements down there?
Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, we used to go down there at night, literally watch the planes come in to Logan.
Yeah.
And they used to take their lights and just aim them right down at the water. It was so pretty.
It was, that's right. That was the first roller coaster I was ever on, the Cyclone. We, we were kids. We used to take the subway there, Mary.
Yeah.
So it was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It was good. I had a lot of fun growing up there. You could be a hellion and sort of, stay in the background.
good. Yeah.
Right, and stay in the background of everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
So by the way, now
I
do
hear
you?
you're going on a vacation there, so be safe.
I am. I'm going to Lithuania, Mary.
That's nice.
So hopefully they'll get me there and back safely and stuff. Hey, by the way, do you have a clean bill of health now, by the way?
No, I have to test tomorrow to make sure it's completely out.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yep.
So tomorrow we'll tell it all.
what do you do, a home test?
Yeah, I did. They gave me the home test. To do
Yeah,
it.
you'll be here. You'll be doing your show. Any guests
Yeah.
tomorrow, Mary?
And stuff. But first I thought, it was the flu, but come to find out when I tested it wasn't. But there's nothing they could do because it was after 5 days.
Why?
It was very little medicine they could give you.
Why? What do they do if it's less than 5 days?
Well, after 5 days, you got to take, like aspirins and like the stuff that I have to have. It has to be prescribed from the doctor.
Yeah.
I can't go over the counter and get anything.
Ah, okay.
So they have to prescribe it.
Wow. See, I told you you'd be better. I told you you'd be better in no time. See?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So who?
Yeah.
All right. So this is what I'm gonna say. I'm just looking at my optical calcite. All right.
Yeah.
Get ready for lobster, Mary. I see a lobster dinner coming to you.
A what?
Lobster dinner.
I won't take lobster. I'm allergic to lobster.
Got it out. I see it here. I see it right here.
Yeah,
Nice,
no, I'm
nice.
allergic. I can't touch lobster. Any seafood, I'm very allergic to
Get
it.
out. Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder why I'm seeing that then. Maybe it's for somebody else. Or maybe you'll be going with,
I can't touch lobster. I'll end up in the hospital.
wow, well,
I'm
maybe
very allergic to it.
maybe someone you'll be going with's going to get lobster.
Maybe, yeah, could be.
So keep track of that. You'll have to let me know. But I just thought it was funny because
Yeah.
was jumping out at me
I
loud
got some
and
friends
clear.
coming up here. They're going into Hampton now for a wedding for the weekend.
Uh-huh.
So maybe I'm supposed to meet them at a restaurant before they go to the wedding Saturday. So maybe after Sunday when they come back, I'll meet them. Go to one of the restaurants before they go back.
There you go. And they'll be getting lobster.
That's yeah,
Wow.
because they eat stuff like that. Yeah,
Too funny. Mary, want a quick reading?
yeah, I love one.
All right, we'll do 2 cards. This is the Star
Okay.
Tarot. I'll do 2 cards. Let's see what they say. All right, so it's funny. The first card we have on this deck is the 6 of Swords. All right, so 6 of Swords, you got some stuff going on natural. You're telling me you just had COVID, but what an appropriate card. As you can see, it's sort of like it's really an Eskimo in like a kayak or a canoe type thing. See, recuperate, and that's you, Mary. And
Yeah.
so you're taking it nice and slow now, and it's naturally you're on the water, so it's just a little shaky, not bad. But as you can see, you got the right attitude. instead of looking down, you're looking up, and you can see the light
Yeah.
ahead coming out of the tunnel, so that's good. And then, of course, Mary, you're gonna laugh at this. The next card is the moon, right? So you know, it's the moon. You still gotta focus a little bit. Wait till I point out what's on this card, Mary. You still have to focus a little bit till you know, you're just about there, but, you know, until you're in the clear, which is, you're going to really find out by tomorrow. But, and what is the deal here? See, it's like a black dog and a white dog. You got the two pillars, yin and yang, right or left, you know, good and bad, whatever, however you want to look at them. And what do we have down the bottom, Mary? It's the funniest thing. What is crawling out of the water? A lobster. Isn't that wild? And I was just see.
That's a good one.
Now, I told you the lobster jumped out at me. Look at that! It came out on the card,
There's somebody
Mary.
around here who's going to eat lobster.
Right, but isn't that funny? And then lo and behold, on your reading, here's lobster appears. That was too funny. Too funny. Mary, any guests tomorrow, by the way?
Yeah, I'm supposed to have Brandon Bullard. He's supposed to be here tomorrow if he makes it.
Oh, good. He's the singer, right?
Yeah.
Good. So everybody, 5 o'clock tomorrow, Cruising with Mary, with the wonderful singer there, who I just saw a little bit. I think the last time he was on, I was watching you on on Facebook. So
Yeah, he's going to be coming on with whatever, you know, with everything turns out all right, he will be coming in tomorrow.
nice.
And I'll be back next Thursday with everybody.
And it's going to be crowd busy downtown tomorrow, I think, because Reba's at the arena, you know.
Yeah.
So, poor me, I have
Yeah,
to.
I met her years ago. I met her.
Really? Where?
And yeah, down in Tennessee.
Get out. How'd you manage that?
Yeah, I met her, and I met Dolly Parton.
Cut it out. Wow.
And years ago, with Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn is one of the sweetest persons you ever wanted to meet.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got pictures somewhere amongst my stuff with pictures with them.
Now, how did you manage to meet them, Mary? I love stories
We
like
were
that.
at what they call the old Opera House
Oh
in
yeah.
Nashville. And there were just about, not all of them, but a few there that, you know, had come in and pop in and out.
Yeah.
And Dolly Parton was on stage with Porter that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And they were singing and stuff, and, you know, you had to put out where you were from, you know, different cards, where you're from, and all that.
Yeah.
So I put out a card saying that we were from, you know, New Hampshire
Yeah.
and stuff. And Addie was so well known in Manchester. She was known as Queen Addie here in Manchester.
Yeah.
And she was known as the older Dolly Parton
Yeah.
with everybody around here that knew her. So
Uh-huh.
I had sitting next to me the older Dolly Parton.
Did she look
When
like
I
her?
got to the cards, and it was like halfway through when you read the card,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, Mary, stand up. Who's the older Dolly Parton that's supposed to be here with you?
Yeah.
So I was pointing to her, and Addie looked at me. Oh, my God, she was so mad. And I pointed to her, you know,
Yeah.
and then they says, please stand up. She says, where are you from? I says, from New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And I says, well, Addie's known as the older Dolly Parton. I says, in New Hampshire. So Addie had to stand up, and later on, you know, after show with them, we ended up going out back
Wow.
stage with them.
Now, did Queen Addie, did she look like Dolly Parton?
She was built like her.
Okay, I know.
Tall,
Right.
put it that way. That's all. And Dolly Parton was just maybe, if she was 5 feet, I don't even think she was even 5 feet.
Get out. Wow.
No, she's very short. Reba is another short one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But like I said, I was, you know, when I met Loretta Lynn that time, like I said, if anybody had the privilege of meeting her, she was one of the sweetest persons you ever wanted to meet.
Wow. Huh. And when you, so when,
Taught you like she knew you all your life.
wow, that's what I was gonna ask you. See, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a real wonderful human being.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
She really was.
Wow. And how's Miss Kitty?
She's doing good.
So,
There ain't not much that she don't like to eat, let me tell you. If I'm eating something and she smells it, and if I don't give her any of it, she will take her paw and try to grab my plate.
wow. I
I
had,
want some of that food, no matter what it is.
that was too funny. I had a cat. He wasn't that bad, but whatever I ate, he would eat. Anything,
Yeah.
string beans, mashed potatoes, if I was
Yeah.
eating it, he'd eat it.
Yep, that's
Too
Miss
funny.
Kitty. She doesn't care what it is. She has to taste it. If she don't like it, she'll walk away. But if she likes it, she's gonna put a paw on there.
Wow.
Say, that's mine too.
Now, does she boss the other two around?
No, she doesn't.
Ah.
She don't because my other one, my Queen Addie,
Yeah.
she's the boss kitty. And she would really slap her.
Ah,
You know,
yeah.
take her head and put it to one side.
Right.
And she gets near her.
Nice.
She'll box with her.
Uh-huh. Wow. So,
But Crystal is good though. Crystal's good with her, but not my Queen Addie.
well,
She's the boss kitty.
there you go. That's why. And she's determined she's going to stay the boss.
Yes, oh
That's
yes.
Wow.
Oh yes.
All right. Well, Mary, give them all a goodie for me,
I will.
and I'll let you go, and you'll be fine for tomorrow. Again, same place, same time. Tomorrow, though, Thursday, cruising with Mary, and the guest is Brandon. What's his name?
Bullet.
Board.
Bullet.
Board. Brandon Board. And you.
Yeah, but I'll see everybody next week.
All right. You'll see him tomorrow. You'll be fine. You're sounding great,
No, I
Mary.
won't be there, so.
Oh, you won't?
No, I won't be there, but no, I won't be there until next week.
Oh, Mary. We're going to miss you,
I know, I
Mary.
have the test tomorrow.
All right. Well, I could see it now. After you do the test, you're going to be dancing.
Yeah, but otherwise, I'll be back next week.
All righty. Okay, Mary.
All right.
Thanks for
See
calling.
you later.
Okie doke.
All righty.
See ya.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye-bye.
All right. So that's the story with Mary. Poor Mary got COVID. But she didn't get it here. Maybe she got it at... Wow. Never mind. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Hi, David. It's Gina Capola. How are you?
I'm fine, Gina. How's what things going with you?
Good, good. With here with Method, I'm getting ready. I'm going to Florida tomorrow morning.
Get out. How long you going to Florida for?
You said I was going on a trip, so I figured I'd call you and let you know. No, just a week to visit my daughter. She's down there.
Oh, nice. All right. Did I say you were going on a trip? Did I say?
And I decided to go.
All right. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And poor Mary has COVID. I feel bad.
Yeah, I wonder where she got it. She didn't get it here because nobody here had COVID. She thought she got it here, but she didn't get it here. And
Oh, okay.
maybe,
Oh, okay.
I don't know, maybe in her condo where she lives. Who knows? You can get it anywhere.
Oh, yes.
You get it
Get
in.
it anywhere.
Right. So,
Yeah.
what part of Florida are you going to, Gina?
So we're going to land in Tampa, but I'm going to go to Anna Maria Island.
I never even heard of that, Gina. Where is it?
Off the coast of Sarasota.
I heard of
Off the
Sarasota.
coast. It's a private island.
Oh.
938 people on it.
How many?
938 people.
What? Oh, so your daughter's got lots of money.
No, she goes there. She rents a house for a month, and then
Oh,
she writes us down. Yeah, that's what she does.
oh
She
nice.
likes it. I don't know. We'll see what's so good about it. I've never been there.
Now, do you know how far out in the ocean it is?
No, maybe 2 houses from the ocean.
No. I mean, how far out in the ocean is the island?
Yeah, no, that's true. Not far at all. Surrounded by water on 3 sides.
Oh, it's a peninsula. And they,
Yes, it's like a little peninsula that comes out.
so why do they call it an island?
I don't know. They call it Anna Maria Island, Florida. I have no idea.
Wow. See?
It's a little piece of further.
Wow. Oh, it's a peninsula though.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
maybe during a hurricane it becomes an island.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I know.
They don't allow cars. So you can drive your car, but you have to leave it in the driveway and then take a golf cart.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Well,
yeah, yeah.
at least
Take
you
a
know you
golf
won't
cart
get
everywhere.
squashed.
And you're not worried about parking tickets and all that crap.
That's true. That's true. So what is vacation next week?
For my school, I took 2 personal days. But for here in Massachusetts, we have week off.
This week?
We have next week off. Next week.
Oh, you have next week off.
Yeah,
See, I-
it's Patriots Day on Saturday. On
Oh,
the
that's
17th,
right.
Patriots Day, and it's the running of the marathon,
That's right.
Boston Marathon.
And it's the 10th anniversary of those Muslim brothers flinging bombs, putting...
Absolutely. Yeah, the ones that, well, one's still in jail, the other one.
I know. Which
Yeah.
is too good for them. You know, people like that,
Well-
I keep saying they should suffer they should suffer the same consequences that they, inflict on others. And you'd see how quick that
For
stuff
no
stops.
the problem is, for no reason. In the name of what? What is so good that somebody would have to kill? What is that?
Well, you
I've
know,
never
the
heard of that.
Muslims, they're cuckoo. They're brainwashed. They
Yeah.
worship Satan, and that's the result. You know, I mean, God is love. When the supposed Muhammad is Satan, I mean, God is love. But you know, and Muhammad claims to be God, but yet to get to see him, to get your versions, what do you have to do? You have to kill people. Excuse me, that doesn't sound like.
Have you ever heard of a ludicrous idea to get your virgin? Are you kidding me?
That's what I mean.
Have you ever heard of anything so stupid?
They're touched in the head.
Ridiculous.
They're touched in the head.
What is that cool? Would you die because you're going to get a virgin? I'd rather not even bother. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is.
It's just ridiculous. I've never. Who would even put that in a Bible or in a written?
But they do. But
that's outrageous.
that's what I mean. That's why it's not God. It's Satan. I don't care. They could say.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's ridiculous, and I hope that anybody that believes it really, really should not be living on this earth. It's ridiculous.
It is. I agree. I agree.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, you can't. To me, it makes no sense to do that. Any human being should not. You should not take anybody's life. It's not yours to take.
I agree. That's why
The thing.
That's why I'm saying, Islam. I'm sorry. It's satanic, just for that reason. You know, God is love. I can go on about that and throw that into the water. But anyway, Gina, would you like a reading?
Yes, please tell me how it's going to go for the week down there.
All right, let's see. I hope I pick good cards, Gina.
I hope so.
Let's
too,
see.
dude.
All right, well, here we are. Look at this. It's going to go, look at it. We have the first card I pick is Judgment, all right? So everything, you get your due. So you're a very sweet, loving individual, and as you can see in the card, look at it. Well, it's got the rainbow flag, so but it doesn't necessarily mean having anything to do with the LGBTQ, Alphabet City thing. It's all inclusive. So when everything is all inclusive, it's going to be a nice, well balanced, sort of airy, feel good type of trip. It's going to be sort of, you're going to feel very comforted, and you'll see sort of little, how can I say, you'll get sort of little sparks of, look at this, look at that. You're really, really going to,
Oh,
enjoy your stay there, and you're gonna feel strengthened down there and empowered. Just what's that? Who's whistling? Oh, that's the
outside of my yard, some sort of
oh, that's the cops or something.
cops going around.
Right? And so, it's going to be nice, although the weather might not be the best. Let's put it that way. It's going to be nice, but you might get a little crappy weather here and there. Nothing to worry about. And look at it. So, and then what do we have? We have the Ace of Wands, all right? But just look at the card. Ace is one, so a beginning. So once you land down there, just look at this card, Gina, how nice and bright and positive and uplifting it's going to be. So you're going to really, really enjoy yourself down there. You're going to have a very enjoyable time. You're going to have lots of things to tell me about next time you call, and
Okay.
and tell me how nice the trip was. And so there you go. Go down there, recharge, and you're just going to love it down there. You're going to
You got
have...
it, David. I'm going to.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Hey, thanks for calling. Always a pleasure, Gina.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay,
Bye, David.
happy travels. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. Wow. Today is flying by. We don't have much time left. Gina, I never met her, but I love it because she's from Medford. So, right? I grew up there. How can you not love anyone how can you not love anyone who's from Medford, especially with someone like that I can feel her sincerity and the love she's got for everyone and the big heart she has. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Well, I'm wonderful. It's the energy lady. Where you been?
Energy lady, how are you? I was wondering where you were. Look at the time. There's not a lot of time left. What happened today?
Well, it's not my fault. Everybody kept calling. I couldn't get through.
Cut it out. What do you mean? What do you mean? Everybody kept
That's what I
calling.
said. I've been trying to call. You had about 3 calls.
I did have 3. I had Mr. Whoopi, and I had Mary and Gina. And now I have the energy lady. Wow.
That's right.
See-
With all the energy.
And I'm thinking today when because I do, I always do the famous quote and then I do the fun facts, and I start chit-chatting a little. And then, it says incoming call on the phone. And I'm thinking, oh, the energy lady. But look at now, finally, the energy lady. 10 minutes of 6. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, what's on your
I'm
mind?
going to call you Chatterbox.
Wow, I do have the gift. I told you, that's how I started bartending. A buddy of mine said, because I wanted to do something to get away from court reporting because it was, transcripts. He said, try bartending. And I said, what made you come up with bartending? And what did he tell me? He says, you can talk to anyone. So there you
I
have.
call, hey, bartender, what you doing tonight? I'm serving you a drink. Can I have a reading, please?
You certainly may. I'm doing 2 cards. This is what the Star Tarot deck, not Starman, but Star Tarot deck. So I'm doing 2 card readings, and maybe you could sort of piggyback this on to what I said last week. I forget, although I do know I said you got to have to wait. Have patience for last week's reading. All right, so, well, here we go. I like this. The first card we have, Energy Lady, is the Chariot. I like the Chariot. It's nice. It's busy. You're going places. You're moving along. There's nothing impeding the path that you're on. It's, you got, look at all the stars up there. You got all kinds of spirits influencing you. Your spiritual self is nice and nurtured and flourishing and fulfilled because you take care of that, and it's sort of like free range for you now. It's just up to you. You know, when you're going down the road, do you want to veer off to the right? Do you want to veer off to the left? Whichever way you veer is absolutely sort of on the same plane that you are now, that you've been on, and that you'll continue to be on. And look at this. The next, all right, is the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so we have a new beginning. So see, with the Chariot, like I said, there's nothing impeding you at all. There's no potholes, there's no detours, there's no speed bumps to distract you, nothing like that. You know, and so when you come to the Ace of Pentacles, again, you're starting, you know, you're going to decide, oh, do I want to veer off to the left a little, or do I want to veer off to the right this time? In this matter, there's no wrong choice. Whichever way you go, you have the Ace of Pentacles. It's going to start a whole new sort of adventure, whether it be mentally or physically, but it's sort of, you're just going to sort of focus and realize how much really depth there really is to you. You know, you're even going to sort of feel more oomph, if you know what I mean. You're just going to be feeling, how can I explain it? It's just sort of, you know, you're going to be absorbing all this energy, and it's just, you know, you're going to realize how invigorating it is. And, you know, you think, well, I'm only, you know, 5'6", but, you know, and, you know, look at your frame, we'll say what? Straight, ruler-wise, right, we'll say 2 feet, but when you think of it, when you think of your inside of your spirit and your soul, then you're going to, you know, there's really no limit. And that's where you're going right now. So, hey, go for the ride
My
and
spirit and soul
enjoy.
is very strong.
It is. I could feel it all the time. That's why I love when you call it, because it rubs off on me. So, there you have it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the reading.
And thank you for
God
calling.
bless and have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Thank you, and you.
Safe trip when you go on your trip.
All right, well, that's not till next Thursday, so I'll be here next Wednesday, but thank you very much. Thank you.
Okie dokie. Well, we'll probably tune in
All right, thank you.
if I can get in.
All right. All right, thanks for calling
I
Energy
know you
Lee.
read a lot. It takes about 10, 15 minutes, and then, you know, by the time I try to call, everybody else is
It's
calling.
calling. I know. I don't know if they, you know, if you have to wait in line. I don't know how it works, but thanks for
That's
calling.
okay.
Right.
That's okay.
All right. See, someone's got patience. I'm glad to hear that. At least I know you've got patience. All right. Listen,
Alrighty.
I'm going to let you go because I only have less than 5 minutes left.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye. All right, so there you have it. We're just about out of time. I'm going to take another sip of water. It's hot in here today. Just 1 second, excuse me. And now it's probably a good time to start packing up. So, a couple of things I want to remind everyone. Please keep in mind the fundraiser for May 20th, Manchester Elks, corner of 2nd and Granite Street. Easy to get to. Parking is good. There's on-street parking if it's that busy. 12 to 4. It'll be fun. It's for a fantastic cause. It's for the animal shelter. I love animals. And those poor little things that don't have a home certainly deserve them. So I'd appreciate it if you could help us out. With that, next week, my guest is, remember, State Representative Christine Perez, my state rep from Londonderry. So I'm also excited about that because I even want to find out about the sort of goings on and stuff in Concord and how sort of the system works and hopefully you're out there and you might want to get involved, and she can tell you, she'll be able to tell you how to get involved, who you can contact, and, you know, get down to the crux of the matter. Instead of just, you know, wait until they do this or do that, and then, you know, we have to be grumpy, right? Because it's like, you know, that's one of the things. Like these laws that they pass on the federal level, I think if you know, Johnny Citizen, which I mean you and I, knew about ahead of time, you know, that way we could call our elected officials and at least state our opinion. But what happens, we don't realize these crappy laws are passed until after the fact. And it does. It's frustrating. It's a letdown. It makes you feel helpless. But they do that on purpose. But anyway, again, everyone, enjoy the fantastic weather. I guess tomorrow and Friday are going to be summertime, which is good. And, wow, it's hot. And I only don't have a lot of time at all, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope I relaxed you anyway, even if you didn't call in or anything. Hope you're nice and relaxed now. Chuckled during the time I was on. And David B., the reading guy, 603-404-9338. Tarot card readings, psychic readings, mediumship readings, psychometry. Hey, I'll give anything a go. There you have it. Biffid, BIFFID, @yahoo.com. And finally, remember, please, 2 things. If you forget everything else, even people without their dementia, all right? 2 things. You can remember 2 things. 1, you can't be dumb if you want to be free. And more importantly, you are a winner.